So many great albums came out in 2013, and the reality is that for one reason or another, there were a handful that I just didn't get a chance to tell you about. So as the year winds down, I wanted to take just a second to make sure you're very well aware of two very good records that came out. The first album that you might have missed was the long-awaited return of Luscious Jackson, and the record was called Magic Box. This album quietly came out back at the beginning of November, and it marked the band's first new material in 14 years. And honestly, there's no other way to say it, the record is just fantastic. That groove-riddled rock funk that they perfected sounds as good as ever. And these are the sort of songs that you just have to get into. You're gonna get caught up in them in the best way possible. It's the way that there's almost that 80s go-go feeling throughout all of their songs that I fell in love with back in the 90s. And in some ways, this is a bit of a flashback album, but not in a bad way. That's really what the kicker is on this record. It's not some sort of nostalgia act, them just trying to rehash something they once did. The songs sound modern and they fit perfectly within the current music scene. But at the same time, they're often their own musical category, and that's why so many of us loved them from the start. The band is amazingly tight on every single song, and you can really feel just how much fun they're having playing together again. Hip-hop, funk, rock, maybe even a bit of disco, it's all there on Magic Box, and this is a record you must check out. The other album I want to make sure is in your collection for 2013 is the long-awaited return of Deltron 3030, and the album was called Event 2. This record really came out under the radar, which, let's be honest, is exactly the duo want to do things. 13 years between albums is almost unthinkable, but the reality is they pick up exactly where they left off in every sense of the word. It's the way that they're able to find that musical space between sci-fi and humor and hardcore and ambient textures, and it's that combination of sounds that makes Deltron 3030 Deltron 3030. The storyline here is impossible to ignore, and it's exactly what fans wanted, as it picks up the fight of this mythical duo going up against the evil corporations that now own the galaxy. There's also this awesome retro sound on every single track, and that's really what separates this from their first record. But at the same time, it's a very good companion album, and the two records are seamless with one another. There are also tons of guest appearances on this record. There's everyone from Rage Against the Machine's Zach De La Rocha to actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and they all fit in perfectly in the overall feel of this record. This is just great hip-hop any way you slice it. If somehow you don't know these guys, go get their debut first, get familiar with that one, and then track down Event 2. There was just a ton of great music in 2013, all over the place in every genre, and the fact is, some of it for me just slipped through the cracks. But if you're wondering what I thought were the absolute best albums of 2013, well, you're gonna have to wait until next week.